a disclaimer. As of this rant, we are going to be talking about some philias, alities, things of that nature, where it's personal kinks and that kind of thing. You know, pedophilia, necrophilia, bestiality. You get the idea. That is what this rant's going to have in it. So be prepared for that. Don't be shocked when it comes up. And if you act triggered because of it, well, this is a disclaimer, and you kept going after this, so that's on you. So let's go ahead and get into the rant on a lot of little things in roleplay that I have to cover. Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, JRR is proud to present to you a roleplay rant. And it's been coming far too long. No, she just wouldn't get off my lap. Anyway, moving along. Yep, there goes my monetization of YouTube right off the bat. Whee! So let's go ahead and cover this roleplay issue real quick. First thing, baby roleplay, celebrity roleplay. We're going to cover that real fast. Baby roleplay, the big issue was people were taking Instagram pictures from Instagram and applying it to babies, character babies, and they're getting these characters adopted and played with and whatever. Fine. Roleplay is fine. Roleplay is roleplay. But the problem was we had pictures of Ken Masters, and you notice I'm using character names because I want y'all to keep up with this. There's pictures of Ken Masters. He was chilling at home, having a good old time, heir to the Masters family, whatever. And someone took his picture, changed the name to Ryu. So what happened was the mom was walking around one day, and Ken started getting messages about people liking his photo, and it's like, oh, Ryu, why don't you come home with me? I want to adopt you. You're a cute kid, yada, yada, yada. And the mom's like, what the fuck? So what happened? Mom traced down what was going on. And apparently there was an adoption roleplay thing going on where a lot of pictures were being used from different areas and sites. And they weren't professional pictures. They were just people's home pictures of their kids. And, of course, you can look up certain ways on where's this picture from, and it will tell you where it's actually from. It's not going to tell you that one place where it's from. It's going to look for that specific picture. And the problem was, people have done that, found Ken Masters, and started talking to Ken Masters like he was Ryu. Because, you know, the baby picture said Ryu. So they're interacting with Ken Masters, and he's like, what the fuck is going on here? Mom, what's going on? And Mom's like, well, I don't even fucking know what the hell's going on. So roleplay got very bad press on that because people fucked up. Fine. Fuck-ups happen. That being said, when you roleplay as a character, roleplay as a character. Do not roleplay as a celebrity and try and turn that into a character. Example. When I roleplayed as The Rock, I roleplayed as The Rock. I didn't roleplay as Dwayne Johnson. I didn't care where he lived. I didn't care what kind of car he was driving. I didn't care about all that. All I cared about was what was going on in the WWE verse with The Rock, period. That was it. I didn't worry about Dwayne going home to his wife. I didn't worry about if he had kids. I didn't worry about what his training schedule was for that. No. If it was in the WWE verse only, then I dealt with it in verse only. So, of course, I could get bothered by WWE and not exactly Dwayne Johnson because I made sure all his personal stuff, his actual personal stuff, like home and all that stuff, all that real life stuff, kept that out of it because that's the actor taking a role. I roleplayed the role of The Rock, not the actor Dwayne Johnson. Are we following? Now, that being said, we're going to move on to the next topic. So as a quick review, watch where the fuck you're getting pictures from, and don't roleplay as celebrities. Just don't do it. Bad form. Don't do it. Because what happens... Okay, I'm going to cover this real fast. What happens when you roleplay a celebrity, especially with how stupid people are, they're assuming that they're getting to know the actual celebrity. With how people are, if I roleplayed as Dwayne Johnson, people would think, oh, I'm talking to Dwayne Johnson. I'm getting to know him. Oh, I'm going to go on a date with Dwayne Johnson. No, bitch, no. That's why I went with just The Rock. Not Dwayne Johnson, just The Rock. That's how the character worked. It was based on the character of The Rock. Are we following? Kinda. Okay. Let me walk you through this a little bit more then. If you liked Star Wars, and you liked Vader for some reason, and you started talking to Hayden Christensen, and Hayden Christensen's like, hey, yeah, whatever. Are you sure you're talking to Hayden Christensen, or are you talking to the role player of Hayden Christensen? Because, see, there's the difference. What happened, a real life event, but I'm going to use Hayden Christensen a lot as an example because I'm just going to stay with one example so y'all follow along. Hayden Christensen, in this case, was sitting at home, relaxing, minding his own business. And someone was role-playing as Hayden Christensen. So, this guy and girl were talking, and she felt that she was going to meet the real Hayden Christensen. She's going to meet the real guy. She's going to, yay, I'm going to meet the actor, Hayden Christensen. And what happened was, she just happened to be in an area where he lived. So he goes to a store or something, and of course people already know who he is. They're like, hey, how you doing? Hey, can I get an autograph? Oh, sure, whatever. And what happened was she showed up and saw him and thought all those conversations that she had with the role player, Hayden Christensen, applied to the real life person because she didn't know there was a difference. So what happened was she went up to him and said, hey, yeah, I got your message about meeting you here at about 3 o'clock. I'm here. Let's go on that date. And he's sitting there like, wait, what, wait, what, whoa, wait, what, whoa, yo, whoa, pause, wait, what, when, how, huh? Meanwhile, the role player is back at home like, yeah, and I'm going to have a latte, and I'm going to sign some autographs, and yada, yada. And he's just tapping away, having a good old time. And it's going off on her phone, and she's not registering that's going off on her phone because she's right there in front of Hayden Christensen. And he's like, dude, what the hell's going on? That's the problem. You can literally screw over people with this. Actors, actresses, famous folks, you can screw them over real easy with that. You can also screw over normal people with it too. Just saying. So stop that. As a role player, you should have better standards than role playing as some actor. Literally, you're an actor trying to role play as an actor. Don't you see the weird confusionism that shows up with that? But now that I've clarified why this is a bad thing and what happened, not to Hayden Christensen, but an actor had a problem where this came up, where someone had a whole lot of discussions with the role player, and they applied it to the person, and the person's like, no, bitch, I hate banana pie. I hate it. I am allergic to bananas. You see what the problem is there. That's the first problem. That's the first issue I wanted to cover. Boom. Baby RP, boom. Celebrity RP, boom. Both those are done. Now we're going to go into the meat and potatoes of the troll. Now let me start off by saying I am not a fan of pedophilia, necrophilia, bestiality, whatever. I'm not a fan of all that stuff. But I'm not going to track people down and tell them to stop. I'm not going to track people down and try to get their accounts shut off because they roleplay these things. I'm not going to track people down and go, oh, you're a lewd role player? I'm going to have you shut down. No, I don't care. I avoid you. It's just that simple. I can detect. The problem that has been popping up on several different boards, instead of just... The main one that's popping up a lot is on Twitter, but it's been on a couple of other issues where people show up, and let's say it's RP, pedo, Tony Stark. Let's just say that, just for shits and giggles. It's not the character name, but we're just going to go with it for the sake of this discussion. RP, pedo, Tony Stark. Okay. Now remember what I just said about Hayden Christensen lightsabers? Let me speed through that real fast, and then we're going to reapply to this, okay? Hayden Christensen as Vader, or as Anakin, got burned up, killed a bunch of kids. You got the idea. We covered that, right? Right? Good. We covered that. What happens here is, it says RP, pedo, Tony Stark. Someone gets triggered. I don't like pedophilia. So they report this person. And why do they report this person? Because, you know, Hayden Christensen got burned up in the lava in real life. Because she saw it happen in a movie. Hayden Christensen kills kids. Wanna know why? She saw it in a movie. Yeah, I know the character did it. It happened to the character. The character did it. The character got burned by lava. The character was the one that went out and killed the kids. But she's triggered. She's triggered. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what the character did. Hayden Christensen did it. It happened to him. He has artificial limbs because he fell in lava. He went out and murdered a bunch of kids. So the cops need to make sure that he doesn't go near a school at all. Orphanages, kindergartners, or anything of that nature. Hayden Christensen's not allowed near him. At least in her view, because she saw it happen in a movie. That is effectively what is going on with this situation about RP pedo Tony Stark. What happens is RP pedo Tony Stark makes a roleplay account. Says plainly, this is a roleplay account. I am roleplaying as Tony Stark. He's a pedophile. He does not want to deal with anybody over the age of 10. Boom. Roleplay rules right there. Boom, boom, boom. People roleplaying as kids coming up to him. Roleplaying as kids. Again, full circle. Roleplaying as kids coming up to him. Hey, I want to be diddled by Tony Stark. Okay, fine. That's what's going on because there's things going on. It's roleplay. Like rape roleplay. People have that going on, but whatever. Whatever. Lewd, rape, whatever. We can accept that, but pedo, oh no. So the person who gets triggered immediately reports him. Oh, this is just sick. Yeah, I understand that this is something you don't like. I understand that. I do. I don't like it either, but I don't look for this motherfucker. I don't chase him down. There's how can I word this? There are people for every type of fetish, every type of disorder out there. There are. I hate to be a bearer of bad news. Some people love 50 Shades of Grey, even though I personally hate the fucking movie, not just because it's a Twilight fanfic, but because that is not how BDSM works in the first fucking place. And, nope. Back on point. Double R, back on point. Do not go into that rant. That's a different rant for a different day. Do not go into it. Back on point. Just because it's something you don't like, you reported the person because the actions of the character you feel apply to the person. Let's run through this one more time. Like I just said a moment ago. The actions of Anakin killing the younglings, you have effectively said, keep Hayden Christensen away from kids because he will kill them with swords. That is what you have effectively said right there to everybody. And of course, naturally people are going to jump on the gun too. They're going to all jump on it. Oh, pedophilia is disgusting. Oh my god. Yeah, and some people think furries are disgusting, but guess what? There's furries out there. Some people want to fuck all the bunnies. Some people don't want to be fucked as a bunny. Some people just want to dress up in mascot costumes. Some people just want to be cosplayers. It's a thing. Some people want to be screwed wearing a Jill Valentine outfit. Don't know why, but that's how things roll. Hell, if you didn't have a preference for anything in the first place, you wouldn't be role-playing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem. And the troll knows it. So what the troll does, makes something very plain, repeats the same name over and over again. Roleplay, pedo, Tony Stark. Because he knows you're going to look for him. He knows you're going to get attention to him. He knows this. He knows it. And what happens when you feed one troll? Another troll will show up. And then another. And they will just keep going because you're feeding them. Stop that. And you cannot come back around and say, oh, I want all role players to role play freely and have a good time. No, you don't, bitch. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you got triggered. And because you got triggered, no, it has to be role played your way or no way. Let me apply this in a different way. If someone's role playing as, say, Joker, I've seen The Dark Knight. I've seen The Dark Knight Begins, or Dark Knight Rises, or The Dark Knight, whatever. I've seen Bruce Nolan. Bruce Nolan. I've seen Nolan's vision of Batman. I've seen Batman Begins. I've seen Ra's al Ghul try to fear toxin the shit out of people. I've seen Joker blow up a fucking hospital in a movie term. But what you are saying, what you are effectively saying, at least to me, as a role player who's for some reason on a higher level of logic, because y'all people don't have logic. You somehow lost logic. Anyway, you're effectively saying that anybody who takes on the role of the Joker or role plays as a Joker will have to be reported to the police for the high probability that the person who is role playing or acting as the Joker will effectively blow up a school. Oh, sorry, blow up a hospital, set up bombs, and randomly kill people, and rob banks, and be a gangster. You are effectively saying that. You are effectively saying that. So if you are role-playing as Locke the Thief from Final Fantasy VI, you are effectively saying the cops need to watch this person, this role player. Watch this role player, because he's going to steal shit in real life, because his character does it. And I know what you're thinking. No, I'm not saying that. Yes, that is what you're saying. And the trolls are just making sure that you're saying it over and over and over and over again. And people are going to keep agreeing. Now, the reason why I bring this all up, like I said, this has been a running thing. I'm going to blame Wolverine because I saw in a movie that Wolverine stabbed somebody and he's a killer. So anyone who's role-playing as Wolverine, you gotta watch him, cops, because he's going to kill people. Not Wolverine, but the person role-playing as Wolverine or acting as Wolverine. So keep an eye on Hugh Jackman because he's going to kill people. He's going to murder folks with, like, punch daggers and shit. He's going to murder people. I've seen it because I've seen it in a movie. That is what you are effectively saying. If you don't like what they're doing, don't deal with them. How's that hard? You're the one seeking him out. He's minding his own business. He's trying to get people. He put it in his fucking name, so people don't accidentally go to him. He's put it in his name so people don't accidentally go to him. He's actually taking all the roleplay steps necessary, so you understand that this is a roleplay account. Do not come here unless you are here to roleplay for this specific thing. This is like saying, I'm going to make Lola Bunny. I'm going to roleplay Lola Bunny. I'm going to roleplay Lola Bunny. And then you put in the roleplay tag, RP, Freak Furries, Lola Bunny. I don't like furries, so I'm reporting you because Lola isn't a furry. Bitch, she's a bunny. It's either bestiality or a furry. You get to choose one. Have it! But that's the problem that a lot of role players are having. They're applying the roleplay to the person outside of it. And there is the problem. Now, that said, hold on, before you get completely mad and typing up, because I know you already typed up comments, fuck you, Double R, but before you go fully typing into keyboard warrior land, hold on. I understand that there are things to look out for. I understand that you want to keep an eye on said account to make sure no actual kids go there because they don't understand what RP or pedo mean. I get that. That's fine. And I understand you don't want to do that all the time because you're role-playing and role-playing is for fun, and I don't want to police somebody else, so just delete them. No, don't. Really? Really? It's affected your sensitivities so bad that some sort of disease/fetish in a roleplay sense bothers you. It's a roleplay character. Do you really think, do you honestly think that the person behind the character is actually going out there going, come here, little boy, I have some candy for you? Do you really think that it's freaking, I don't know, Roger the Alien dealing with all the Steve Smiths in the world? No, it's not. It's not Herbert the Pervert from freaking Family Guy. It might be, but you don't know that. Do you know the actual person? No, you just see some character. RP, pedo, Tony Stark. That's all you see. And that's what's triggering you. Oh my god, it's a pedo. What if he isn't a pedo? What if he just put it up there just to get you to go? What if you put it on his little data just to get your attention? Because he knows you freaked out the first time he actually made it to go for that type of audience. He made it for a specific audience. There's people that made kids, and they're like, well, I want my kid to kind of have a tragic backstory, so I need a pedophile character to kind of push him. And RP Tony Stark, at the time, was using a different character. He's like, hey, you know what? I'll go with it. Why not? I'll take the bullet. I'll help you out. I'll make our character, RP, pedo, Tony Stark. I'll make it so you'll find him, things will happen, then you can have that little backstory, and then you can make the character, and then you can have it in your tweets and all that happy stuff, and you'll be good to go. Cool! Yay! And he set it up, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh no, it's a pedo! Shoot him! And that's pretty much what happened. And the account went poof, and then it came back. And he's like, okay, you know what? I tried to make it for a friend of mine, so their character can have their own thing, but you know what? Fuck it! I'm going to troll you now. But instead of saying I'm going to troll you, he just made the same account again. Exactly the same. Made sure everything was pretty much identical. And sure enough, person took the bait. Oh no, he's back! Oh my god! Help me get rid of him! So everyone's sending information and text over to DC and Marvel and all this and Twitter and you gotta get rid of this person. Oh my god! And they get rid of him. So guess what happened? Sure as clockwork, another roleplay account came up. RP Pedo. Pepper Potts. And then, of course, he kind of taunted. You can do this all damn day. I don't care. I could just keep making accounts. That should tell you he's a fucking troll. Stop it. But no. Oh my gosh, she's offending me. Oh my god. You've effectively proven the troll right. You are applying what the character does out of character. Because even out of character, he didn't say that he does this. Out of character, he didn't say he does this. He just said he's going to keep making accounts. Because you've effectively got him into troll mode. But you're applying in-character stuff out of character. You're, like I said, effectively saying Hayden Christensen should stay away from schools because he's stabbed kids in the face before. I've seen it in a movie. So it has to be true. It has to be, right? It has to be true. It was in a movie. He walked up to a temple, walked in with a lightsaber, and stabbed them in the face. He killed all the younglings. So he can't go near schools. It has to be true. I've seen it in a movie. Anybody who roleplays as a Joker or acts as a Joker, so Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, Jack Nicholson, any roleplayer of the Joker, yeah, we gotta have the cops watch them because, you know, one Joker in one movie blew up a fucking hospital. So we gotta watch all the hospitals and make sure those guys never go to a hospital, because if they go to a hospital, they're probably trying to plant bombs and blow it up. That's what you're effectively saying. And you're only saying it more and more. Now that I've covered all that, like I said, I understand that there's the yin-yang side. I understand there's the other option where there's real-life kids who don't know what the hell RP or pedo mean, and they're going to be like, I want to talk to Tony Stark. At that point, if the role player for RP pedo Tony Stark is an actual person who doesn't follow through this, he'll say it out of character. Hey, you want to follow this Tony Stark. You want to follow that one right there. That's what you want to go with. Trust me on this one. You want to actually talk to him. This is a roleplay account. Oh, what's roleplay? Then they can explain the roleplay situation and just push him along. That is most likely what he probably would have done initially until y'all made him go troll mode. So now he's going to assume any kid that goes near him, besides his friend, is going to be someone who's trying to entrap him. You see how it works? You don't want people to roleplay the way they want to roleplay. You want them to roleplay the way you want them to roleplay. And not everyone has the same roleplay tastes. They don't. They just don't. I'm sorry. I don't like 50 Shades of Grey. But guess what? I bet you 10 to 1, there's people roleplaying characters from 50 Shades of Grey. Hell, even the actor who played Christian Grey in 50 Shades of Grey was like, fuck this, I'm done after the third movie. I'm done. I fucked it. No, I'm done. You see? That's the thing. People have their own preferences. You cannot apply what a character does to the out-of-character person. Alright? Do we understand this now? Do we get the basics? I really hope so. So, like I said, I see both sides of it, but what you're doing effectively is saying Hayden Christensen not out near schools because he kills kids. Oh, and make sure he doesn't go anywhere near lava because he's already burned off his legs. Yeah, I know he's walking around on a pair of legs, but don't consider that. That's an image. He burned himself pretty badly. And anybody role playing as the Joker. So Jared Leto, everyone make sure that Jared Leto goes nowhere near a hospital because he's going to blow it the fuck up. Because I've seen a Joker blow up a hospital before. I'm just saying. And make sure Jack Nicholson goes nowhere near an axe because, he was in The Shining. His character had an axe and cut down a door and tried to chase somebody. And I don't want him chasing families. That is effectively what you're saying. So thanks for making role players look like we're fucking clued arts. And all this, you want to know what all this equals out to? Strangely enough, I've covered it in the very beginning. Issue 3. Metagaming, cross-game knowledge. Y'all are fucking it up. And it all comes back to that issue 3. And this is why I hate issue 3. So, this is Double R with that big ass rant. For those of you who know me, it's the character Laser Zanoni or Tim Bremen, depending on if you're on Facebook or on Twitter. So, have yourselves a good old time, and again, use your fucking brains, mate. Jeez, just because they do it in character doesn't mean they are going to do it in real life. Stop thinking that that's the case. Jeez, for fuck's sake, people are even making it to where they give you all the hints up front so you don't accidentally run into them, and you're still throwing a fit. Good lord. I'm going to put up a sign. Don't walk off. Don't go 10 paces past this sign because there's a cliff. And you're the motherfuckers that decided to cartwheel over it 50 feet. Why? Whatever. I'm just going to assume you humans are stupid. All people are stupid. A person is smart. People are stupid. Men in black. It applies.
Okay, but I won't do it for free. Let's make a deal.
Are you trying to take advantage of me? Ha!
Don't do that if you want me to bring Biko back to life.
All right.